see this Region 11 matchup. It is Ridgeline Riverhawks, the Bear River Bears, going to be facing off head-to-head. We've got Ridgeline in some powder blues over here, kind of like Carolina blue, we'll say. Bear River with the red and white. It's going to be a fun day of baseball. Cooled down, cooler temps today. Wind's still blowing out there, so that's still going to end up being a factor today at some point, I'm sure. It's going to be fun.
Really, really fun. I mean, I think these two teams, that we saw some great games that they competed in yesterday. Both these teams fell, but still, I think they're going to find ways to work their way into having a great game for us today. And we're featuring two great offenses and two really good pitchers, so this is going to be a fun game.
So the setup today, we've got Bear River. That is the designated home team. Ridgeline, the designated visiting team. So a little bit of a flip from one day to the next, where the lower ranked team is the designated home team as opposed to the higher ranked team. So that is how things are set up today. We've got a full slate of baseball ahead of you with KSLSports.com. We have this game going on today. Right now, we've got coming up next, Desert Hills, the number one team in the state that they fell yesterday. They're going to take on Park City coming up next. Then following that, it's a full Region 9 matchup. So we're going to be seeing, I believe that one is the Snow Canyon, and is it Crimson Cliffs, if I'm not mistaken, or Snow Canyon Dixie.
Yep, Snow Canyon
Dixie is that matchup. And then
that's a rematch of last year's state championship, by the way.
Yes, it is. And then the nightcap is Crimson Cliffs. There's so many games, it's hard to keep track of them all.
That's right.
Crimson Cliffs and Timpanogos is the nightcap game. So it should be fun. We've got, Timpanogos, 2 nightcaps in a row.
Yeah. Timberwolves fighting there, and they're playing a really, really good team in Crimson Cliffs that we saw upset Desert Hills. So that'll be a really compelling matchup, we'll see.
Leadoff hitter for Ridgeline, Nate Daly. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineups here. So starting off first, Ridgeline, you have Nate Daly followed by Tyson Smith, Cooper Clark batting third in the lineup, Sam Swan, second pitch, strike, so 1-1 count. Kale Kidman, Easton Hammond, Ripken Jensen, Maddox Jensen, Ben Thompson, and Brady Cook. We'll take a look at the Bear River lineup in a bit after we... We'll take a look at it in the bottom of the first. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Nate Daly came in and pitched a little bit yesterday. Made up for it with a good bat, and he'd like to get the party started and find a way to get this game started with a hit for the Riverhawks, the quarterback. A heck of a multi-sport athlete up there in Cache Valley.
Sends this one foul. And it's a full count.
Dixie beat Ridgeline 8-2 yesterday to put them in this elimination game. As Daly draws a walk, and of course we saw Timpanogos take care of Bear River last night. And Bear River's got to be thinking about playing a little bit better defensively. Look at a key, just way too many errors last night for this Bear River Bears defense, who showed they can score some runs and hang around and tried to kind of mount a comeback late in that game, but they were just too far behind.
Both these teams falling yesterday. This is the consolation part of the bracket here. Of course, nobody out, right? I mean,
yeah,
you've got a chance. I love the way that this bracket is set up to where if you lose the first day, it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's much harder to go out there and try to win yourself a state championship, but it's not entirely out of the question either. So
still completely doable.
It is possible. Great pitch. Called strike.
I'm wondering how aggressive Ridgeline wants to be on the base pass today, as Nate Daly on board, and he is second on the team with 10 stolen bases on the year. We know how good of an athlete he is on the football field. Let's see how, if he looks at this as an avenue to take off and grab a bag.
They check the runner over at first, is back safely. On the mound today for Bear Rivers, Colton Summers. Hit foul going down the third base line, so 1-2.
Dolly definitely had a sizable lead over there at first. maybe waiting for something off speed to take off. But I wouldn't, be aggressive on the base pass early in games. I would love to see that from Ridgeline. And they're definitely concerned about him over there. Checked over twice now.
He gets his lead off at first. The pitch inside, got him. The umpire says it grazed the arm. They'll find their way over to first. An express ticket. So Nate Daly, Tyson Smith aboard. Speed up runner coming in for Smith. It's going to be freshman Cole Christensen.
And all of a sudden, the Riverhawks threatening here already early in this game. No outs, 2 on. And we're going to see at least some kind of what are they doing there?
I'm trying to figure that out as well.
Yeah.
He was messing with his cleat.
Yeah.
It looked like.
It's a long kind of review over there at the mound.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on still. Again, you've got the head umpire. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
Yeah, they were, getting the field, putting some water down on the mound there to get it ideal, and maybe some mud. It looks like he's just cleaning the mud out of his shoes right now, guys.
Yeah, must be. That mound is pretty muddy.
Yeah, it is. We're ready to play on, it looks like. So
we see Cooper Clark stepping up to the plate.
Clark, a guy, if he gets on, one of the leaders in the state with 29 stolen bases. So this could be dangerous. I mean, any hit, move some runners, and get another dangerous base runner on board. So I like the way Ridgeline's come out in this game. Aggressive.
And, of course, last year, Bear River, they lost their first game. They lost, to Ridgeline. Or, no, they lost to Desert Hills 9-7. They usually come in pairs there. I apologize. I got to fight some allergies this morning from the wind yesterday. But they were able to beat Ridgeline, then beat Desert Hills, and then finally last year in the state baseball tournament lost 10-2 to Dixie to knock themselves out on a Wednesday. They'd love to make a run through this one-loss side of the bracket. They've made a charge up through there before, but can they get to Friday? That's the big question. They know their softball team's got a really good chance. They'd like to join them in the 4A ranks.
Foul away on the bunt attempt. 1-1 count, no outs. 2 runners on. The Bear River softball program is year after year phenomenal. Pulled back on the bunt attempt. So 2-1 the count, coming in charging from first.
Good early spot to be in if you're Ridgeline, though. I mean, 2 on, no out. You've got still the heart of the order coming up.
The pitch, runners go. Hit and run through the 5-6 gap. Runner's going to come around. The play over at third as he dives head first, and that's going to be an RBI double.
Yeah, huge hit. Clutch. You get a good night's sleep, you get to the park, you dream about that start right there for the Riverhawks. RBI double. Now you got 2 more ducks on the pond. You got the heart of the lineup coming up. Really couldn't have scripted a better start. And Summers has got to kind of reset now. Got to reset and got to find a way to get some outs here. Nobody down, and it's the Riverhawks that strike first.
That was a good-looking stroke from Clark as well, putting it out there in a spot between the 2 outfielders and made a tough run to get it and got a man in. So good start. Couldn't script it any better.
Not at all. Quick 0-1 count. Another one going through the gap. No, he's able to get it at third. The play over to first is there for out number 1.
What a pick that was. The spin, the throw, all on time. Beautiful execution there.
And, you know, I told you guys last night, anybody that watched the Bear River game yesterday, I was going to check on that injury, that shoulder brace there from Brooks Drollinger. Dislocated shoulder 4 weeks ago, guys. So he is toughing it out. Probably back way earlier than anybody thought, wearing that brace and toughing it out here inside the state tournament. So you got to give kudos where kudos are due, and that's a tough kid that's playing through an injury because he wants to be out there with his buddies.
Yeah, that's a warrior.
This is Cale Kidman. Popped up, headed into left field, going back on it. Play is made. Runners will tag up from second and third, and another run will score for Ridgeline.
Yeah, what a great sack fly there. You know, thought he got a little more. I thought a little more of that than he did get, but the deep part of left field makes it a nice, easy run in for the Riverhawks, now leading 2-0 on the board. What a dream first inning this has been for them. About as good as you can do it.
I agree. This is Easton Hammond. First pitch outside, ball one.
So this is Easton Hammond. This is the guy with the offers from Utah State, Utah,
Air Force.
We could tell that he had definitely had a football.
He's kind of the anchor of that offensive line for the Riverhawks football team.
Yeah. You can just tell he's a well-built kid, definitely a strong, and if he gets a hold of one, it goes a long way, I assume.
Well, we saw him put a charge into off the fence yesterday.
That's right.
We saw Michaelis of Park City hit one to deep center field and still off the fence, and then put another one down the line off the right field fence. Nobody could leave the park yesterday. It was just too much wind. Now, the wind's not as big of a factor today, but it's still blowing, but not nearly as much wind as we saw yesterday, where 20 miles an hour was kind of the norm here at the ballpark.
Two outs, 2-2 count. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. Throws the barrel at it. Over at shortstop. It's fielded and thrown to first for out number 3. Not after 2 runs come around to score. We head to the bottom of the first. 2 runs scored. 1 left on base. 1 hit, no errors. And the Bear River Bears will look to strike when we return here on KSLSports.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
As we take a quick look at the starting lineups again, just to see what the Bear Riverside looks like. Holden Potter will be leading things off, followed by Nick Oliverson, Dallin Rice, Brooks Drollinger, Thomas Summers, Ethan Higgs, Colton Summers, Chipper Hawes, Jackson Barfus, and Jackson Thurber are going to be the lineup for the Bear River Bears.
It's a lineup that's real potent. You know, there's 5 guys batting over 333. So going to be quite the challenge to navigate through.
Quick 2-0 count. Going 3-0.
Yeah.
Keeps that one high. He's able to get it. I thought that might have stayed just a little too high, but he's able to drop it down just enough. 3-1.
Yeah, it just touches the zone there. I thought that might have been a free pass on 4 pitches, but there's the pass.
There's the pass. So, runner aboard. Brings up Nick Oliverson.
And Alverson, the leading man in the batting average department for the Bears at 493, scorching. Only 9 RBIs, 6 doubles, but not really a guy that drives a ton in, but he's not a power guy relatively, but he's a great average contact guy, hits to all fields. So real dangerous hitter, kind of a spray hitter, contact hitter.
Pitch to Oliverson. First pitch looking good.
Swan's numbers this year, the senior 2.23 ERA, 6-2 in the win-loss column, 9 appearances. 37's 2/3 in work, 42 Ks to 16 walks.
Hot shot down the third base line. Gets through. Rounding second. He's going to head for third. The throw in is off the mark and sliding into second. Oliverson with runners now in scoring position on second and third.
Make that 7 doubles on the year, and he heard me. He doesn't slug much. How about that? As he moves the runners over, gets a double himself, and he saw the 2-run inning that the Riverhawks had, and he said, let's get 2 in scoring position to give us a chance to knock a few in here.
And that great response, right? Like, you give up 2 in that top half, you're going, oh, no, that's not the start we wanted, we dreamt about last night. What do? You go out, put 2 ducks on the pond here at second and third, and a chance to, with one swing of the bat, maybe tie this game up.
And this one goes into right center. Settles under it, makes the play. Runners will tag up and slides into home, slides into third. Both safe.
And nice sac fly RBI there. Good piece of hitting. Is that Rice?
That was Rice.
Yeah, first pitch, he liked it. Didn't catch it on the fat part of the barrel, but able to get it deep enough out there to easily score that runner from third. And here's Drollinger. I'm impressed with this guy, man. Tough kid. He was playing football with his little brother in the backyard when he got hurt 4 weeks ago. But senior season, he's going to go on a mission, and then he's going to go play at CSI. I think there's 4 kids on this Bear River team that right now have plans to play next level college baseball. Normally, if you see a shoulder brace like that in baseball, they're standing in the dugout cheering on their teammates. This kid's so tough, he's just out there playing through that broken collarbone. 66, the off-speed breaking ball from Swan there. And when you locate it for a called strike, that's helpful.
The 0-2 count. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. Goes outside with it.
It's one thing to have the club in football when you got the hard cast playing like D-line or something. I've known a few guys to do that, but to have a legitimate shoulder injury and play baseball, that's a tough kid. Really tough kid.
Well, sometimes the sprains and stuff are worse than the breaks, right? Broken collarbone, got to stabilize it. Hard to think it's healing properly after just 4 weeks, though, playing baseball.
All that motion,
yeah,
you would think
gotta
that
be painful.
Wouldn't be good for the rehab, but he wants to be out there with his brothers, and he's fighting through it.
I was talking to his mom and dad before the game and said, yeah, maybe a little bit early back, but he wanted to go. So Coach Donald Hawes rolling him out there. Strikes out right there, unfortunately. but still got a chance here with 2 outs now to drive that run in and tie this game. Just 90 feet away over there at third base, you got Alverson.
Well, let's see if they can capitalize on it. 0-1 count, 2 outs, runner on third. Here's the pitch. Fouls this one away.
Summers for the Bears. He knows what to do here.
Outside pitch. So we go 1-2. Good first inning from both crews as well. I mean, we're seeing good plays at the plate, in the field. Hit well on a single hopper to short. The throw to first. That is there. So 1 run has scored in this inning to make it a 2-1 ball game. So 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. And again, 2-1 ball game. We head to the second inning when we return. KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Top of the second inning, Ridgeline, Bear River. Thank you for joining us here in sunny St. George. Cooler day today for us here in St. George. It is 70 degrees with a high forecasted of 77, but still breezy outside. We still got that wind blowing through. Well, here we go, top of the second. Swung on, hit well, going into right, and it drops in fair. That's an easy base hit coming through for Ripken Jensen.
All name team Ripken Jensen as he gets another one there. As 387 average on the season, that's only going to climb with that hit. As what a nice display that was, getting the leadoff man on. And just keep the line moving if you're the Riverhawks, kind of respond to Bear Rivers' little barrage of hits in the last inning.
Big cut from Maddox Jensen. Off the market, strike 1.
Maddox, another all-name team guy. I mean, I think you got to consider him there as well, because Maddox and Ripken, you got to think that that's a baseball family, Caden.
You'd think, assuming named after Cal Ripken.
And maybe Greg
and
Maddox.
Probably Greg Maddox. So 2 great baseball players.
Yeah.
This one's going to fall in over the head of the shortstop into shallow left for another base hit for Ridgeline.
The Riverhawks here, as they looked good in the first inning. I said it was kind of a dream start for them, but they're following that up with another couple of hits to start this inning. No outs, and they're moving through this line.
Ben Thompson, bottom of the lineup here for Ridgeline. 2 base hits, no outs. And then it'll be back to the top of the lineup after Thompson. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Look at a bunt. Pulls back. On the mound today, Colton Summers for Bear River. The 1-0, the bunt attempt goes foul. So it's 1-1. Good start to the second inning here for Ridgeline. Very similar to how they started. 2 guys on base with no outs. This is how they started the first inning. Looking to play some small ball. The bunt comes in. First base can't get there. The pitcher does. The throw over. Summers' throw is on target. So it's a good sacrifice bunt. It's successful. Pushes runners into scoring position. And 1 away.
Yeah, good sack there, and they get him over, and now an opportunity to really get a big hit that would kind of change the complexion of this game. And this is Dolly coming up to bat, and not many guys you'd rather have than him up to the plate in this kind of situation. This is a clutch kid in multiple sports, star.
First pitch strike. The 0-1 goes inside for ball 1.
Took something off that one, 67 on the breaking ball.
Dally taking a chop. It's off the mark. And right now, the right fielder, check out in right field how far. We can't see it. You don't even see the right fielder on the screen at the moment. He's playing so far. There's a big gap out there. Is this one?
And Dolly's going to fight. You know, that's one thing that a lot of these batters throughout the Ridgeline order. But if he gets on, he's a guy that scores a lot, leads the team in runs. He's a stolen base guy, second on the team. But he needs to get on, whether that be the walk, obviously an open base there, but they're thinking strikeout here. The Bears are.
Well, and it's another one fouled away. So after multiple foul balls, we reset 1-2. Popped up.
Oh, that might.
Coming in. No, can't make the play. It falls into shallow right center. 1 run scores. They couldn't get there. This was a big issue that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, we saw multiple pop flies, kind of not tracked very well, I guess you could say, through the air and dropped last night. Yeah, I thought mainly due to the wind, but this morning it's not nearly as windy, but that one got lost up in the sky and falls harmlessly to the turf, and now the Riverhawks benefit, and they've still got 2 men on in scoring position.
First pitch in the dirt.
67 on that pitch.
You know, with a lot of these baseball fields go into more of a turf infield. Some places are just full turf.
Yeah.
All natural field here at Utah Tech University. This one's popped up and going foul down the right field line.
It's always been one of the nicer fields in the WAC, and really in the West. I mean, Burns or the Roosters Field, a great facility. Now they've got the new hitting and pitching facility right next door. It's really on the rise.
Yeah. Hit well. That's going to fall, find its home in shallow right. The throw in from the catcher. That's off the mark. 1 run will score. Another run coming in home. And it goes into the dugout. So he's granted the score. And they're also granted second base. So.
And still just 1 out.
Just 1
out.
out.
Up there on the big scoreboard in center field. And that's the thing that scares you for the Bears, is this game could get away in a hurry if they're not able to stop the bleeding here.
So I would say that's a single reaches 2 on an error.
Yeah. Second error of the inning.
First pitch high and inside.
Consistently throwing in that 63 to 67 range. You know, touching 68 every once in a while, but
Yeah, 5-1 ball game. Ridgeline's really taking control here. Another one popped up. This one's playable. Although it is in foul territory, he does make the grab.
yeah, great catch there. It looked like it was routine, calling off all the other Bears in the area, but it looked more difficult than it was as he kind of fell on the catch, but makes it for the second out, and now the Bears looking to get out of this inning with one more out here, and Swan up to bat.
Yeah, Sam Swan on the mound today for Ridgeline. Had a good first inning on the mound. They did allow 1 run. Runner's going to go. The throw to third, and they got him.
Oh, wow.
Final out of the inning. Cott still in third.
Caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. What a laser that was.
Indeed. So, at the end of the inning, 3 runs scored. 1 error, 1. Let's see, 4 hits. My goodness, hitting parade this inning. So 4 hits, 1 error, nobody left on base, but they did get 3 more runs on board. All right, going to get to a break. When we come back, bottom of the second inning with the Fan Sports Network crew here on KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
University, Bruce Hurst Field. Bear River needs to answer back. It's been a good few innings. Hot starts all the way around for the Ridgeline Riverhawks. First pitch was blown away, ball 1. This one hit into center field, and it'll drop in. It's a base hit, round in first, make it a double. And Bear River immediately with the duck on the pond, second base.
That's a loud sound to start the inning, and a good start for the Bears as roped into center and finds its way almost to the warning track with the exit velocity. That ball, I thought that was a great start to this inning and a chance for the Bears to draw a little blood back here.
Absolutely. We've got pitcher Colton Summers stepping into the right-handed batter's box this morning. Stepping off the mound. Pitcher on the other side, Sam Swan for Ridgeline. I gotta say, I'm a fan of these Ridgeline jerseys. It's kind of a throwback style uni.
Almost a Kansas City Royals look.
Very close to that, yeah. And not one of their primary colors. You know, their main color scheme for Ridgeline, more of a navy blue. They got that lime green they throw in there from time to time as well. So kind of the tertiary color they're rolling with.
That's right.
with the Carolina blue.
They're kind of like a Kmart version of the Seattle Seahawks a little bit.
That was just rude, Paul.
I'm sorry. They take off on the Seahawks.
This one's going to fall in, as Devin calls it, a dirty bomb. Falling into shallow right. It's another base hit, puts a runner on third.
Yeah, also known as a Texas leaguer, or just finding some grass, or, yep, my favorite, the dirty bomb, because it's dirty. Nobody can get to it.
We've seen a few of those already today, and you know what? In the elements inside of the wind, you don't need to go power hitting. You don't need to go slamming. You just got to get the ball into play. And right now, you get it out there just inside the grass, past the dirt, and that's working well for a lot of these teams. Both of these teams today have had many hits that are just finding gaps. Chipper Haas, the catcher, his first at-bat here today. Bottom of the second. First pitch off the mark, ball one.
I'm trying to look that blue guy's blocking me. What's the number on
So,
space?
1-0 count. Swing and a miss. Here's the 1-1. Just off. That was close. That was a good pitch. Still no outs. Runner on third, runner on first.
Yeah, great start for the Bears here to this inning.
This is another classic baseball name with Chipper.
Yeah.
Called strike, 2-2. Now I don't know if that's where he gets his name from either, but
it's a good place to maybe glean from potentially.
But we got a few of the early 2000s Atlanta Braves names in here. Chipper, Maddox.
Yeah.
Popped up and fouled away. Remains 2-2. Fighting away and protecting the zone up there, Chipper Haas. Takes a chop over to third. They're going to get the pickle here. And he got the tag instead. Not much of a pickle when he just runs right at it.
Yeah, not much back and forth there on that attempted pickle. But it really didn't end up being one. He just ran straight into the tag, like you say, Caden. But still on the scoreboard, 5-1. I thought there was an opportunity here, and still is, for the Bears, but that was a big out there to get for the Riverhawks.
Bottom of the lineup, Jackson Barfus. One out away. He takes a chop and sends it foul. Couple speed up runners over on first and second as well. High fastball for strike two. That had a little velo on it.
Yeah, definitely some afterburners on that ball.
Oh, 2 count. It's high for ball one.
Still just one out. Plenty of damage can still be done by the Bears this inning, and I think they realize that, and maybe a hit and run, something to get them some juice going here. Ooh.
That's a swing in the K. Out number 2. You know, for the start of the inning that they had 2 hits with the first 2 batters. Now they're no runs scored. Runners just on first and second. 2 outs away. It's taking a swing in the wrong direction for the Bears after the hot start that they had to the inning. This ball takes a hop, gets away from the catcher, and runners will advance.
That's going to put them both in a spot where one hit to the outfield, and that's going to get 2 runs in and tighten up this game, as we've kind of had, if they get these 2 runs, it's like a swinging seesaw back and forth of the offenses of each inning. But first things first, got to get the hit.
Goes outside, so 2-1. Maybe a 2-out rally is due here. Holden Potter, top of the lineup, is on board at the moment. Fouls it away, stays alive. Potter worked his last at bat into a walk. Came around to score for the only run of this game for Bear River. Here he is again, 2 outs, 2-2 count, 2 runners on. Deuce is extremely wild here in the second inning as well. How about it? A balk.
Oh, wow.
Well, that'll get you a run the easy way.
Yeah, it will. Don't even have to swing the bat there. So pretty premium for the Bears to scratch across a run, but
yeah, that's not too bad for Bear River. Of course, Ridgeline's coach wants to come out and have a quick conversation, quick word. Ask, hey, why was that called a balk? So, here we go. The 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Man, you want that back. You let a run go.
that's right. I mean, that's a missed opportunity to get out of that inning without allowing a run, but still just one. So they still got the 5-2 lead on the scoreboard.
Indeed they do. Top of the third coming up when we return with KSLSports.com, the Fan Sports Network.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
That'll put him on first. His last at-bat was drawn short because they threw out the runner on the steal to third, so this is just a reset. But he gets plunked, so there's not much he can do about that one. Just get back into the action. He'll head to the dugout with a speed-up runner coming as he is the pitcher today, so he is allowed that pinch runner.
And he'll take that. I mean, a free pass puts the lead runner on for the Riverhawks and a chance to have a big inning here.
And this brings up Kidman. Great first pitch from again on the mound, Colton Summers for Bear River.
Pitchers and catchers, because they don't want to get them injured.
So here we go. Deal 1.
Oh, to put it all back on.
Going inside.
To not,
1-1 is the count.
not like, is it to not wear them out kind of a thing, or not even that?
Yeah, it's just high school rules. Probably not get too tired.
Check on the runner.
Attempt, yeah.
He's back safely.
Checking on him.
Just wanted to say hello. That's all that was, right?
Yeah.
Say, I was just thinking about you.
That's right. A lot of speed with this Ridgeline team on the bases. And
This one's popped up, coming over towards the dugout in the right field territory. He's there. Makes the catch.
that's a long way to go in foul ground. I mean, we've talked about it yesterday during the games that foul territory pretty wide out there at Utah Tech, and ranges over, makes the play right up against the wall there as it almost went foul, but makes the play and the first out.
And it's Easton Hammond that'll now step up to the plate. DH for Ridgeline here this morning. First pitch gets away. Runner's going to take off for second. And he's there easily. Runner advances.
Guys, I was just looking on Starnes, who's now pitching, you know. I can't find a varsity stat on him, so I'm guessing if this is his debut or if he's been a JV guy all year long, but I don't have one stat on him. He just recorded that last out.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've seen a few.
You got to dig deep in the state tournament, don't you?
Yeah,
Usually that's
guys.
later in the week, though.
Yeah, some younger guys that don't have any varsity reps yesterday got some valuable innings for teams in playoff games, but it's a necessity in a winner-take-all tournament where there's pitch limits.
2-0 is the count. And a great fastball coming in hot and swing and a miss.
Get the gun out here and see what the numbers are for Starnes. Taking a long look in to get the sign.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1. Good location. What do we got on the gun there?
83 miles an hour on that fastball that catches the bottom of the K zone.
Not a bad spot.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had the gun hit 90 yesterday. I think 2 or 3 pitchers touched 89, but
Saw
nobody hit
89.
90.
Off speed. It's a hopper over to third. The throw. It's there. The runner from second hesitated enough to where he could go and get third. So it's 2 away.
Guys, I'm telling you, that's not an easy play with a broken collarbone.
No.
And Drollinger threw it in time, across the diamond, 5-3 put out, and it looked smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a clean, crisp play, and they got 2 outs now and working to keep this a 5-2 ball game here.
You know, when I was 11, I broke my collarbone, and I got to say that was
no fun.
That was no fun. It was no fun.
I would assume not.
You know, I was.
Your brother and you were horsing around.
It was in elementary school. I was playing flag football, and I'm too competitive. I was going all out. This one's a swing and a miss, and I was diving to try to get someone's flag as they were running by, and I landed on my shoulder and broke it. But I will say it was my left side that I broke. And the one thing that it did is it really got my basketball shot dialed in because I was just one-handed. I was in a sling.
Go.
I was in a sling for
silver linings and everything.
Yeah,
buddy.
about 5 weeks or so, and I just I got that basketball shot, the one-hander down.
Well,
Yeah.
that does look like
Dialed it
Drollinger did break the left collarbone, right? So he is a right-handed hitter and throws right-handed. So that's probably the only way he was able to brace up and go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's the right arm, the rotation, that'd be really tough to try to get that throwing rotation in.
85 on that heater for a called strike.
We're up to a full count now. Lefty steps back in. Here's the pitch. The payoff, fouled away, but just barely. So he stays alive. 2 outs, runner on third. A base hit would be an RBI here, bring in a run.
It's all about run prevention right now if you're the Bears. You don't need a hit here. You can walk him, put him on first. You got an open base, but a strikeout would be preferred. Ugh.
And they do walk him.
It's a tough one. Extends the inning out.
Here's the thing. The walk is the second best thing. Strikeout's best.
Strikeout's best.
Or obviously if he
Ground
gets
out,
a ground
pop
out,
out.
pop out, something like that, that's, an out in general.
Yeah.
But a base hit brings in a run. So,
That's
you know
right.
what? If you're going to get him aboard, that's the one way to do it. You don't want him getting a hit with 2 outs. So there's silver lining because now you got to force out at 2 different bases. But you do have to make sure to get the stop here. Otherwise, you're letting some runs come across, and Ridgeline extends the lead. Here's the pitch, goes outside.
81 miles an hour there. Was that a slider, or was that just a fastball that stayed away?
I think it was a fastball away.
Pitching. Crucial in a state tournament, even in a double elimination format like we have here. It's a win and move on, lose, and the season comes to an end. Game, and the next one will be the same scenario, guys.
The umpire's taking a little break and making a note about something. And we're back at it.
Clark's over at third. Ripken Jensen's over at first. So you got runners on the corners here. Can Jensen come up big?
Checks the runner at first, who's back safely.
And there's not many other people you'd rather have on in the batter's box than Jensen if you're the Riverhawks. I mean, 387 average.
This is M. Jensen, not Ripken.
Oh, Maddox.
Yeah, he's over 300. He's a sophomore hitting 314, so he's been clutch this year.
2-1, catching the zone. Evens the count up at 2. Well, the wind is definitely not whipping as much as it did yesterday. It's blowing, don't get me wrong. Still blowing from right to left. But it's not nearly as strong as it was yesterday. We'll see if potentially it calms down a little bit more as the evening goes on. They got him in a pickle. The runner looking to come over from home, and they're going to score the run.
Yeah, just exactly what they wanted to do.
Now it doesn't. Of course, they still don't want to get the out if they can, but they do indeed get out of the inning, but not before the run comes through. There's a little hesitation over there at third as well from the pinch runner from Sam Swan's at bat, but luckily they kind of put the thinking cap on. It was like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take off for this.
That's
Let's
right.
go. And with that, one more run scores. They extend the lead. 6-2, Bear River has to try to answer back here. Bottom of the third inning when we return. KSLSports.com.
Hi, I'm Jermaine Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and escape The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
back at it here. Bear River trying to answer it back. First pitch, good movement on the curve, but it stays just inside. This one on a hopper over to short, the throw to first, scooping it off the ground. He gets there in time. That's out number one.
That looked like it was in doubt for a minute there, but he dug it out, got the out. And now the Bears got to get something cooking here.
Yeah, a little 6-3 put out worked. So Dallin Rice will step up. Dallin Rice flew out almost to the same spot where he flew out last time, but he sends it a little further, and it goes foul. Flew out to right field at his last at bat. He takes a walk over, grabs the bat, a couple little practice swings, and we're back at it. A chop and a miss. So 0-2 to get things rolling. So far, quick inning up to this point, an 0-2 with one out. Ball gets away. So here we go with the 1-2. Pitch, hit right back at the pitcher. It gets through.
Yeah, challenged him with the fastball, and Rice just not over swinging it, just going with the pitch right back past Swan's legs and hit off the bump and went right over the bag at second base into center field. Good piece of hitting.
And that'll bring up Brooks Drollinger. And again, we talk about, having a broken bone, trying to go and play. 4 weeks healed.
He's on Paul's all-tough team.
Yeah.
He might be the captain of all tough
He
teams. He
is.
pops this one up. Second base, shading over, gets there for the grab.
Definitely all tough team because, like I said, we've seen a few of the clubs, the hard cast playing football, but I don't think with all the motion that goes into a baseball swing, that just can't be comfortable to deal with. So.
Thomas Summers with 2 outs and 1 on. First pitch will stay low. It's a 1-0 count. Summers hit a hopper over to short his last at bat for a ground out. Great movement, just high in the zone. So quick 2-0. Another one off the mark. He's painting right around it. He's painting right around it, just not quite finding it. See what he does here on the 3-0. I'll give it to him.
He's sitting there 81 on that fastball, located where he needed to fight back a little bit and get back in the count. Still down 3-1, though.
That'll walk him.
And the Bears needed this little start to the inning, or not the start, but the 2-out rally they're having here.
Mm-hmm.
As it's been much awaited, and I think that they may strike gold here if they're able to just get one hit. That's all they need to get this going.
Yeah, one hit would open the doors. Maybe a little 2-out rally.
Yeah.
That ball's away for ball 1.
Higgs, 297 batting average coming into today. 14 RBIs.
The 1-0, it's on the mark.
81 again. That's kind of where he's sitting on that fastball, at 80 to 82 range.
Higgs not in the lineup to start yesterday.
Bender there, 66 miles an hour on the breaking ball, but he located it. Good pitch by Swan.
Fouls this one away. Stays alive with a 1-2. Now, Bear River here in the bottom of the third inning. They were able to put up 2 runs, one in the first, one in the second, but nothing yet in the third. They've just got to continue to try to chip away at this Ridgeline lead. Haven't had the chance yet here in the third. That one gets away from him. Count evens up at 2.
Maybe the slider there that he just snapped off into the dirt, or just too much on the curve, didn't start it inside enough. Swan looks pretty comfortable, though. He's not laboring at all in the middle innings here.
No.
That was his 55th pitch of the game.
Yeah, hasn't been doing too bad. So here we go, 3-2 count, payoff pitch
Playing
on
with
its
the lead.
way.
Playing with the lead helps, too. 6-2, 4-run lead. Kind of playing from out front.
They step off, throw over to second, nothing there.
Wheel was on, and Swan, good move. And then delayed his throw a little bit from the pitcher's mound to second. I think maybe waiting to make sure he didn't throw it into center field there, and just that pause allowed the runner to get back safely.
They try to go hit and run on the full count swing, and he sends it foul. So runners will go back, reset.
Yeah, they'll be going with 3-2 count and 2 outs. They're going on the pitch. And you kind of feel like opportunity here, string a couple hits together like Paulie was alluding to. Swan's got other ideas.
He strikes him out. So, nothing on the board for Bear River in this inning. And they strand 2. Just like that, Ridgeline will go into the top of the 4th inning, try to extend it a little bit further. 6-2, Riverhawks lead on KSLSports.com.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill. Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kalua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice. Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Second, 1 in the 3rd, and they're looking to bounce back here now in the 4th inning. So here we go, leadoff batter. Coming up, Maddox Jensen.
What is this list? Put me on it.
The first pitch to Jensen is high, ball 1. Steps back up, we're ready to go. Big chop there. And it's a miss, 1-1.
79, trying to paint that corner on that last pitch.
Fouls this one away. 1-2 count. In the game against Dixie yesterday, Riverhawks only scored 2 runs, so swing the bat much better here. This one's another foul ball.
Yeah, an offensive onslaught compared to yesterday.
Yeah.
They couldn't get much going from the plate yesterday, but already 6 runs in this game.
Got him. Looking, catching the side of the zone for the first out of the inning. Strikeout takes down Maddox Jensen.
Yeah, I don't think Maddox liked that location. I think he thought it was ball, but got to protect the play. Got to, if it's in the area, you got to try to live to see another pitch, and he got caught. Goes down on strikes.
First pitch inside, ball 1. Ben Thompson.
82 miles an hour on that last pitch from Starnes. Sitting at 80 on that one.
Good looking strike there.
This one hit on a grounder to second. Takes a hop, falls out of the glove. He picks it up. The throw to first. It's there in time.
Barfus, he heart rate jumped a notch there as he left it in the dirt. Had to kind of recollect it and then had to put a little oomph on it on that short throw from second over to first, but able to beat the runner. And
that's right.
Just goes down as a 4-3 put out.
All outs count the same, right?
We go back to
double plays count as 2.
Well,
triple plays count as 3.
Well, to be fair.
Is that a trick question?
It is 1 out, and then it's another out, all within the same play. So, it's still 1 out is an out, right?
Paul and I are still juicy from the morning show.
Were you guys arguing it out? Were you guys fighting this
Oh,
morning?
Paulie was trolling like crazy this morning.
On which part? Was it the Knights? Was it the Jazz? Was it everything in between?
There was a lot of draft talk on the Jazz, the lottery.
I'm still sour about that one.
Did you read Ryan Smith's tweet this morning?
I did. What did he say? Good for Ryan Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it made me feel any better, but it was.
No, but you know
glad
what?
he tweeted something.
I'm glad he said something and gave us his real thoughts about how it all went down and how he felt about it.
My favorite part was he let out an audible.
The audible scream. Yeah.
Ah! We got the 5th pick, the worst we could get. Thanks, Adam Silver. Thank you, NBA.
Yeah.
I think I've never seen a fan base so riled up as the Jazz were the last 24.
When it's not just Jazz fans, I've seen Pelican fans and I've seen Wizards fans, and I mean I'm seeing so many fans that are feeling it.
It's a good lesson. Don't ever tank, folks. I blame Danny.
I don't think Danny's doing a bad job. You and I will disagree on that.
Yeah, well, I'll wait for all the great draft picks that he's made and how they've panned out.
The Jazz have the most assets of any team in the NBA.
Well, do something with them and get somebody to help win games. That's my point.
Maybe they will. I mean, he is sitting. He's the goose on the golden egg right now, right? He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there.
He's being a third-party facilitator with Anthony Davis going to Dallas and Luka going to L.A. That's what Danny's been doing.
Back on the diamond.
You're gonna rile me up on this one because am I the
I told
only?
You and I will disagree on that.
Well, I don't understand what Danny's done that's so great. He just because he won a championship in 2007 in Boston. I mean, it's taking too long. I don't see the benefits. I would rather have somebody fresh and young and a new set of eyes in other than Danny Ainge.
We'll talk about it sometime, and today we'll talk baseball. How's that sound?
Yeah. Did you see the injury in the Mariners-Yankees game last night?
Oh my gosh!
Ooh.
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
That was not fun.
Yankees player, what was his name? It's gonna bug me.
Awanda, the Venezuelan kid, the 26-year-old. I'm drawing a blank. Polanco?
No. This one's hit over to short. A hopper. Can't field it cleanly. He's going to round second, go for third.
And that hurts if you're the
And
Bears.
safely at third. At third. Wow.
That's painful there because you potentially had the end of the inning right there, but instead now there's runners on the corner.
Cabrera, Caden.
That's the one. Yeah, that was a nasty injury.
The only thing he asked was he was getting Aircast put on his. He asked Aaron Judge, "Did I score?" And Judge was like, "Yes, you did."
There you go. Cared about the team first.
So 2 outs away, runners on the corner. They thought maybe this one was going to be put to bed, but there's been a little bit of a 2-out rally rolling here. First pitch high and away. So this is Cooper Clark up to base.
Well, and if you look at it, I mean, Bear River comes in, they swing at 312 as a team, but Ridgeline this year, 340. Good team batting average. Anything above 320 is a really good batting average in high school 4A baseball.
Yep.
Ridgeline's got a bunch of guys that are hitting. Smith's 418, Wayman's 400, Jens Ripken's 387, Swan hits at 383, Clark 371, Dolly 356. I mean, they got guys that are just hitting a really good average this year. That's why they're the 3 seed. Won their region, 1 loss in region play.
Yeah, really good in region play this year.
Pickoff attempt over to first.
I know the regular season is the regular season and the postseason is the postseason, but Ridgeline beat Bear River 3-2 back on March 17th, and then Ridgeline won 9-1. So Ridgeline, an easy win and then a hard-fought 1-run win and swept the season series head-to-head. They always say it's tough to beat a team 3 times, but right now 6-2. They're looking like they're in a good position to do so.
They are. The Catbird Cradle.
The what?
You never heard that one?
The Catbird Cradle.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have not.
Okay.
Ken, have you heard that term?
No.
Wow.
It must be.
They've got another pickle going. This runner from third isn't moving, but he's safe anyway.
I think he wanted Dolly to go home.
Yeah, they did want him to go home, and he didn't move.
Because if the run scores before he's tagged out, I think run counts. We saw that earlier in this game. Saw that last inning. How did he get underneath that? Smith is like Slithery Smith right there. Woo!
And Dowley should have taken off for home. That was the concept. There's a reason why you let that runner from first steal is to try to get that runner from third over. But
got the third base coach right there, and
maybe he was holding them off.
For some reason, didn't like what he saw. I don't know.
Count goes full.
Now you got 2 ducks on the pond here.
You've taken away the force out at second.
You ever heard that term, Paulie?
Which one?
Ducks on the pond. You ever been duck hunting?
Yeah, I have.
Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Moon. Isn't that like a country song?
Yeah.
Silver
Billy Ray
Spoon.
Cyrus, Miley's dad, sing that one?
There you go. I think so. Who sings Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Moon?
Popped up. Runners will go. And he's there. He makes the grab over from third. Drollinger will close it out. So he closes it out before any runs come across for Ridgeline. Dicey inning there. It felt like maybe Bear River was going to put it away early, and they didn't get there, but they did do it before any runs come across. So they bounce back. Bottom of the fourth, 6-2 ball game. Ridgeline leads.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit CoralCanyonGolfCourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
So back at it at the ballpark, Utah Tech University. Chopper, third. Into the glove, throw to first. It's there, out number 1 away.
The Riverhawks playing with a pretty juicy lead here, so playing some good defense behind the pitch and all day today. That's been a constant for this Riverhawk team. Not many E's on the scoreboard out there.
Yeah, we got 2 up on the board here at the moment. First pitch missing.
Pretty good command, though, on that fastball for Swan. That one, 81.
Ooh, that was wild pitch there.
And not good command on that pitch. Yeah, that was not. I don't think that was a fastball. It looked like he was trying to snap something off and just airmailed it.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Grounder to short. Another grounder put out, 6-3.
Making quick work here, and that's a couple really short ABs. From a pitching perspective, you like to limit the pitches you throw, limit your exposure, but that's masterful work there, getting 2 quick ground balls pretty much to the same location.
And now it's, 2 away, nobody on. Really quick here in the bottom of the 4th.
Pinch hitter, this is Gardner. Instead of Barfus, this is Gardner that's going to pinch hit here. Swan's sitting at 63 pitches on the afternoon. So he's cruising.
First pitch going off the mark.
Yeah, but when he misses, he's just missing off the edges.
Checks away and got him. Yeah, he's not missing by much. Honestly, at this point, you mentioned he's got 60-some-odd pitches, right?
That last one was 65, I believe.
65.
64, 65.
Swung on and missed there. I mean, the command is there. Outside of that one wild pitch that, again, maybe it was a breaking ball that didn't break. It didn't snap down. This one on the line right through the 5-6 gap into left field. It's a base hit. And the pinch hitter getting the job done with a single.
It always looks good on the coaching staff when they put a pinch hitter that comes in right away and strokes one out to the outfield. And now the Bears trying to stage their own 2-out rally here.
We're back to the top of the lineup, Holden Potter.
Potter, the guy that can do that, batting over 300 when he gets on. He's the leading stolen base man for these Bears. So it all starts with just getting on base. Most important thing.
Sometimes easier said than done, but they did it here with 2 outs. And the top of the lineup is here. This one sent into center, camping underneath it. And making out number 3 in center field, Cooper Clark. So just like that, 4 batters faced, 1 hit, no runs scored, no errors. We head to the 5th inning. It's a 6-2 ball game on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill. Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice. Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Back in the action here, leadoff batter for Ridgeline is going to be Sam Swan as he sends this one out into the outfield, straight out of the break. It'll fall in, rolling back down, bounces off Thompson 25 on the wall, and it is a stand-up double off the first pitch of the 5th inning.
Showing some emotion out there, getting a little dance back for the dugout, and rightly so. What a stripe that was put into that ball. Almost over the wall out there. We almost saw our first home run of bracket play, Cade.
Yeah, you need a little more juice on
Yeah,
it,
a little more.
but it was a solid stroke of the bat for sure.
Sam Swan, I like a guy that looks at that first pitch and says it might be the best pitch I see, and kind of before anybody's even set, you're just, boom, right into the gap out there, and stand-up double. Great way to start the inning off. Already with the 6-2 lead, Ridgeline would love to keep tacking on some more insurance runs.
Absolutely. This pitch is hit foul down the third base line. It's amazing the different feels from bottom of the 4th to top of the 5th. 2 outs put away really quickly against Bear River. Now Ridgeline already, no outs, runner on second. This is Cale Kidman. He's yet to get on base. Another one. Going down the line.
Saw Kidman yesterday coming in relief on the bump. But they just couldn't rattle the bats against Dixie and Jake Andres, losing that game yesterday 8-2.
Kidman, a guy that is the leading home run man on the Riverhawks with 4.
Yeah, him and Swan, they both have 4.
Boy, would he love to knock one out here.
Here's the pitch. Keeps it low. The throw down to second. It was a good throw.
Yeah,
Just a
Chipper
little
Hawes.
late.
Chipper Hawes trying to throw behind that runner from behind the dish. You like that gunslinger mentality from your catcher.
Here's the 2-2. This one's hit down the line and foul. So count remains 2-2, top of the 5th. The pitch going high and inside. Full count. No outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Foul away. Stays alive.
Riverhawks can kind of nail this one down here, you'd think, with a few more runs. And 4-run lead, I feel like, is safe but not super safe. And so they're still looking to add on here, and they're going to add another man to the base paths.
They do indeed. Walking. So after the double from Swan, Kidman's walked, no outs. We're going to see Easton Hammond. Hammond has also yet to get on base. But Cal Kidman was facing the same problem, and now he's aboard. So can he break the trend here with his third at-bat? Here's a pitch, looking to bunt, pulls back on it. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Get a strike in there. And now I still think the Riverhawks, for them to score at least one more run here, would put this one pretty much real hard to attain for the Bears. So I think this is ever so important for the Bears to get out of this inning unscathed, but just no outs right now makes it real tough.
Facing bunt again, pulled back from it.
Because they look like they're putting the sacrifice bunt on here 100% to move these two runners over.
Yeah, they definitely are looking for the bunt and run here.
You got a 4-run lead. You're trying to manufacture, at least one more, maybe two. You never know. I wouldn't characterize Ridgeline as a small ball team, and you wouldn't think a big guy like Hammond would be asked to bunt. Now they're not. They're going to let him swing.
Yeah, they've got, looks like 3 players with 4 home runs this season, or 2. No, 2 players with 4 and then 1 with 2. So this is a team with no stranger to the long ball.
Yeah, 14, modest numbers, more than some, but certainly not among the league leaders in 4A. Kind of mid-pack there with that 14 team home runs.
Well, they get him stretching for that one for strike 3. And the first out of the inning. Ripken Jensen will step up. Ripken Jensen has singled. He's walked. Found himself on board a couple times today.
Yep. Officially 1 for 1. Starnes in relief now, up to 58 pitches since he entered this game.
First pitch off the mark.
He's Summers went 2, and Starnes has now pitched 2 innings. Well, 2 1/3 after recording 1 out in this inning. And Starnes has done a nice job. 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He's walked 3. That's been the kind of the Achilles heel, but he struck out 2.
Second pitch also going high.
And you got to remember, I mean, it's a win and move on, lose and go home scenario. So, Summers, they got to him early. He gave up 5 runs on 5 hits, all earned, and didn't have a strikeout. So, quick hook. You can't mess around. You got to give somebody else a chance to try to quiet the bats and give your offense a chance to come back and win this game.
Good pitch. Settling in there, 2-1. Taking a chop. 2-2 count. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 1 away, 2 aboard on first and second. Here's the pitch. Got him looking.
Backwards K. Wow, that was as good as the Ridgeline team has been seeing the ball today and seeing, hitting the ball. That was surprising to see a backwards K, but froze him.
It did. And now it's Maddox Jensen. Here's the pitch. Coming in wide, ball 1.
Of course, Donald Haas, the manager for Bear River. Chipper Haas on this roster, and then you got Justin Jensen, manager for Ridgeline, and you got 2 Jensens on this roster, so certainly game's got a little family flair to it. Last pitch from Starnes coming in 80 miles an hour. Kind of where his fastball's sitting at 80 to 82 range.
This one on a line to center. Shading over, making the play in center field. Closing this one out is Jackson Thurr.
Good play in center by Summers. I mean, hat goes flying off. Sometimes that can be a distraction. He kept the beat on it. Had to kind of jump high to get it last second, but made the play.
So with that, the score remains 6-2. Not after one hit came across, no errors. Get to the bottom of the fifth. Bear River again trying to capitalize on something here, get back into this one. They trail by 4 runs at 6-2 ball game on KSLSports.com.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Back at it here, Nick Oliverson going to be leading off for Bear River. He got a double back at the beginning of this game. His first at-bat, this pitch goes high. Second pitch looks great. 1-1 count. Stays outside, 2-1.
I got it. Oh.
Fouled right back at us.
Man.
How about it?
Came right at us. That was a little scary, honestly.
You got our
Got me.
whole booth up here live.
No one even listened.
Another one fouled away. Love it.
It was up above it, so it's on the roof.
It was right above the track, man.
Yeah.
Get the whole booth stirring
the
up
booth's
here.
all chatting up here. Nothing wakes you up more than a baseball hitting your roof.
That's
huh?
right.
And got it. Hanging on the wall there. It's another strikeout. Got him looking.
Yeah, they've just been, Ridgeline just kind of been in cruise control after they established that 4-run lead. They're still buoyed by that to this point, and they're just navigating through this lineup pretty effortlessly to this point.
Popped up. And the play's made for out number 2. Easy pop-up.
Another pop out, and quick too. I mean, another quick AB that doesn't require a lot of high leverage, high stress pitches for this Ridgeline staff, and you know they're obviously planning for later a deeper run in the state tournament. But wow, what a pick over there! I don't know if he'll get it over in time. Safe.
Can't get there. So, there you go, run aboard. And this has been kind of the case, it seems like, over and over again here, where you've got 2 outs away, and then it feels like some momentum might be starting to go, but it just never rallies into anything.
Yeah.
So with 2 outs away and now a runner on, Drollinger gets aboard. So Tom Summers will try to bring in some runs here. 6-2 is the ball game. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Swung on, tipped away.
Swan still sitting 78 there on that last pitch, but fooled him. Couldn't time it up. Bears are kind of starting to run out of chances. Got one in the first, one more in the second, but since then, a couple goose eggs on the scoreboard.
Can this one fall in? He's going to make the play. No, it does. Falls in. Bounces off the wall. They're going to put on the brakes for the runner at third.
Big time hit.
Big time hit indeed.
Yeah, the Bears needed that in the worst way, and they find a way to get it here. And now we look at the scoreboard. I mean, they got
6-3.
6-3, yeah.
And Summers put a charge in that, right? Like playing shallow, kind of riding that little 10-mile-an-hour breeze that's kind of blowing out to left and get it in that alleyway. And
it stays 6-2. No one came around to score. There's just the one on.
He put the brakes on third.
Yeah, he put the
there.
brakes on third, so no one's come across the score. It's just 6-2.
And Summers is a 250 hitter, so you love that double there. It's only a second double of the Caesar, and that's my mistake on the run. Not Paul's. I said it first. I'll take the blame on that.
Fall on the sword for me. Thank you.
You can't miss Drollinger with that shoulder brace. I was kind of watching how he was moving around the base pass. But, hey, you do got an opportunity here, and you kind of feel like you're getting later stages of this game, and you need to string a couple together here.
Pitch stays low and away.
Yeah, and I like this from Smith. To go talk to Swans, check on him, give him a second, recollect his thoughts, get on the same page.
Especially on a 3-0 count. You know, he's gone 3 straight balls thrown and 2 straight hits with the previous other batters. So you don't want to load up the bases here. But on the flip side of that, you're starting to get towards the bottom of the lineup, which you've been able to take care of pretty well. So
83 pitches right now for Swan. He's went the distance. Giving up 2 runs, 5 hits. A couple errors behind him, but hasn't hurt the Bears as much as yesterday. Or the Ridgeline Riverhawks as much as yesterday, but where they lost and had some mistakes.
Late call on the strike.
I am convinced that any time you start to go like it's ball 4 and it's in the neighborhood, you're going to get that strike called and you're going to stay at the plate.
And another called strike, so count goes full. Whatever conversation was had between catcher and pitcher there worked out for them. Tyson Smith behind the dish, Sam Swan on the bump. There's 2 straight strikes. Here we go, payoff pitch. And that will walk him. It stays a little too far outside.
Yeah,
so 3 on.
Surprised he was able, lay off that one. That's 1 or 3-2. You want to hit, you want to drive in 2 runs, but had a good read on that one. It probably started over the middle of the plate and then darted down and away, and he was able to lay off.
Don't look now, but the tying runs at the plate.
That's right.
Well, there's one thing we've seen the last 5-10 years is Bear River can always keep coming offensively.
Yeah,
they've really been a great offensive team. Had all the marbles over the years, and I think you've had some other great players come through the program, and they just keep coming. They will not quit until this is a win or it's over and they've lost, but they will play this thing out. I've learned that about Bear River baseball under Coach Haas.
So this is Colton Summers stepping up to the plate.
By the way, I was curious in a break, guys, and Drollinger down there with that broken collarbone that happened 4 weeks ago. And that's a foul ball out of play. The general recovery timeline. You're supposed to immobilize for a sling with no movement for 2 weeks. Weeks 2 through 6, you're supposed to just go gradual range of motion exercises, and then the bone begins to heal. So he's still in the healing stages, right? He's 4 weeks in. 6 through 12, most people return to light daily activities and then start physical therapy. He's playing baseball 4 weeks into a broken collarbone. I'm impressed by this kid's toughness.
That is impressive. That is extremely impressive.
Assuming that's a non-surgical treatment plan. That's kind of the general
Right,
timeline.
right.
And everybody, these young guys heal so fast.
This one could settle down. No, it's caught. There's some hesitation out there in right field, but he got to it. So it closes out the inning, and they're able to get it where there are no runs scored. 6-2 it remains after 2 quick outs. Then they load up the bases. And just like that, we head on in to the 6th inning. 6-2, Ridgeline leads. We'll be back right after this.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill. Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice. Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
That's a dangerous notion.
Back at it here on the KSLSports.com. We're deciding we're going to make Paul the designated babysitter over here.
That's right.
Everyone have babies around here, right?
He might want to learn how to take care of himself before he tries to babysit.
That might be it, too.
There you go.
Yeah, it's fun, though. This is a fun week for us. This is exciting. I know fans up north tuning in, you probably wish you were here. A little bit windy yesterday for sure, a little less today, but, you know, temperature's pretty nice for some baseball.
Yeah.
It's been a good week for baseball already over the last 2 days. Yes, a little windy, but you know what? We'll take a little
What is it,
wind,
only
but
72 out there right now today?
Honestly, even with the breeze, it feels so good out there. It feels great. As this one's sent into a gap, it's going to fall into the glove, though. I thought maybe settle in. No.
Long run and made that play out there. I did not think that was going to be made, but
Higgs kind of cruised, didn't he?
Not even
Higgs
a dive.
turned on the Jets,
Yeah. On his feet, not even diving out there, makes that play.
Well, how about it? This is Nate Daly coming up for Ridgeline. Called strike.
Good pitch from Starnes there. You get ahead. 342 hitter, and it's always nice to throw that first one for a strike, but misfiring there.
And got him. 2 quick outs.
Quick work. 71-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch there and just froze Nate Daly and just located it perfectly for the big-time K. Would you, as a pitcher, rather have a swinging strikeout or catch him looking strikeout?
I like the catch him looking strikeout.
I like it, yeah.
Do you ever pitch?
Whoa. Behind him.
Did I ever pitch?
Yeah, you ever had any time pitching, playing any baseball?
Nah, like Little League, like 3rd,
Yeah.
4th grade, but I only played baseball till 8th grade, and then I switched to golf, played high school golf.
Heading out into right field, and that's caught. So, wow. Quick work here.
Put him up, put him down, 1, 2, 3 in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, and we go to the bottom of the 6th just like that. So 6-2 remains. Bear River will be back in the batter's box when we return here on KSLSports.com.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Bottom of the sixth upon us here shortly. Thank you for joining us today. Utah Tech University, Bruce Hurst Field, and the crew here with KSL Sports and the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff, Devin Dixon, your crew here today. Monica McLaughlin on the camera over here, hanging out. Whole crew. Just day 2. We've got 6 days of baseball ahead of us, unless Thursday, for some reason, we don't have games. That is possible. But
yeah, that happened last year.
But sometimes you get that Thursday off. Sometimes you might have to do a game or two. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for us. We might have 6 days. We might have 5. But, yeah, be expecting some fireworks all week long. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jackson Christensen on the mound now for Ridgeline. Pitching change. Sam Swan is done for the day.
And if you're curious on the explanation on that, if the teams that win tonight in the 4:30 and the 7 o'clock game win tomorrow night, there's no games on Thursday. They go straight to the championship series. But if they were to lose one, that would be their first loss. They turn around and play again on Thursday.
Yep.
So you'd have a max of 2, could have 1, could have 0, just don't know.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, if not, me and Jeff Clough are going to hit the links on Thursday.
There you go. This one's popped up, headed out, back into left field,
Trouble,
going back
sure
on it, and gone. It's the first home run.
Chipper Haas, bye-bye baseball.
First home run of the tournament. Sent it back over the wall.
Yeah, towering fly. Kind of knew it. The left fielder didn't know it until it was kind of on the warning track, but that one kind of just drifted into the wind and got out.
By the way, that is a new pitcher. That is Christensen that threw that pitch. Jackson Christensen, the junior.
Which makes me
he's now the pitcher.
Which makes me wonder now with a pitching change if Bear River will maybe take advantage of the new pitcher here. This one sent sky high, fouled away. Out of play.
Final line on Swan. Swan goes. Good effort, right? In position to get the win. 5 full innings, scattered 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 3 and 5 strikeouts.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 count.
And Christensen's numbers this year, 1.47 ERA, 2-0 record, 11 appearances, 18 Ks, 10 walks. Opponents hitting 164 off him. That's it. So, been a good year for Christensen in his junior campaign, but gave up that solo shot bomb.
That's 2 in a row off the mark.
That one was
both of them
close.
Yeah, both have been right there.
Downstairs at 76 miles an hour.
Another one fouled away.
If you're going to hit a home run like Hawes just did, though, right over that Nike swoosh out there in left field where the wind, you can kind of ride that right to left wind that's kind of blowing out to the left.
This is another one fouled back.
By the way, for Chipper Haas, that is his first home run of the season.
Hey, no better place to get it than in the playoffs. Here's the 2-2. And he stays alive. I always worry when we get those foul balls going that direction. We got a camera over there. Want to make sure that our camera's good, but
that's right.
Camera's looking good. Staying alive, 2-2. Another one popped up, fouled away. Lands in the bleachers. So here we go. 2-2 is the count. No outs. One run is scored off of the home run of Chipper Haas. He's swinging a strike 3.
Good pitch there. Off-speed pitch, 75. And he was out in front of it, swinging a miss.
Back to the top of the order, it's Holden Potter.
And you're kind of thinking, top 4 hitters in the lineup, you're like, this could be my last at-bat. So if I want to have another at-bat, I better get a hit and get aboard safely if I can't get a hit. Find a way to get on base.
Right, first pitch, strike 1.
I have cut the lead in half, though, at 6-3, so within striking distance.
Off the mark there. Working quickly on the mound is Christensen. This one's hit into the gap, left center. Potter will get aboard with a single.
The Bears don't want to go quietly here. They're definitely fighting to the bitter end.
Well, and they, yes, they're the lower seeded team. They're the home team here, so they do have a slight advantage. They just need to score 3 runs right now to tie this game up. They've got 2 innings, should I say 1 2/3 innings left to do it. Either send it into extras or potentially go score 4 runs and try to beat Ridgeline. First pitch off the mark, 1-0 count. This one sent foul, and it'll go out of play. So 1-1 count, 1 out. And back into the box goes Nick Oliverson.
Leading batter, batting average-wise, on the Bears, and they'd love nothing more for him to collect another hit here.
Pitch right over to shortstop, off of his glove, can't make the play. He throws into second, runner gets there, and both are aboard safely.
Alverson now 2 for 4 in that game. If they score that one a hit.
That's got to be a hit. That was scored.
That's a tough one to get to. Off the tip of the glove. I mean,
I think it's a hit. I'm just saying I'm not the official scorekeeper, so. Kind of sitting there 75, 76 on those last 2 pitches for Christensen. And in relief, nerve-wracking situation. Gives up that solo shot home run, and now you got 2 on, still just 1 out.
Hot shot over to second, can't get there. Runner's going to be stopped at third, so base is juiced with 1 away.
And I didn't want to test Dolly's arm out there, the quarterback of the football team. He's got a cannon, so probably a smart stop sign at third base there not to send Potter, who does have good speed.
Yeah, but that's a throw in from right field that's not all that far to throw. So
never want to make the first or second out at home plate, right? There's only 1 out.
We talk about the wind being a factor when it comes to hitting the ball, but what about trying to throw it in from the outfield as well, Luckily for right field, the wind's at your back, so I suppose you got a little power on it, but you got to make sure not to overthrow it. We saw that actually yesterday a few times, some throws that came in from right field that were just overpowered, and they end up going well over the catcher's head, hitting the backstop. So that's something you got to be careful about with the elements as well.
But for those that weren't with us yesterday, about a 10-mile-an-hour gentle breeze versus a 20 to 25-mile-an-hour breeze yesterday. It's a lot less today than yesterday so far. Still a factor out there, but guys, we saw 7 or 8 pop-ups yesterday that would have been routine any other day that were just mishandled because of the wind. They were just making pop flies just really difficult to catch.
Yeah, it's really tough, and there's something you can't practice for, right? How often can you really say, hey, let's practice for the wind if you're not actually playing in the wind, right? You can't really get out there and prepare for that all that easily.
Practicing pop flies, spin rates off the bat are all different, and depending on how the ball's spinning in the wind, like we've all played golf in the wind, and wind accelerates the slice, accelerates the hook, depending on which direction it's blowing. It makes that ball move more.
So with bases loaded, we've got Brooks Drollinger. He singled his last at bat. Goes outside for ball 2.
Not an overpowering pitcher. I mean, I've been looking at the numbers on the gun, and 69 to, I think, 75 is kind of where he's sitting on most pitches here.
Since this one popped up, and it is caught.
I like what Christensen did. I think he kind of said, hey, I don't see it. You got it. And then third baseman there, I think that's Thompson, came over and ended up making that catch.
So with that, Thomas Summers.
Drollinger a little frustrated with himself there. Would have loved to do something other than an infield fly with
3 on.
Yeah. And now you got 2 outs there. That's frustrating for the senior who wanted to, maybe one swing of the bat, try to tie this game up.
Yeah.
3 on, 1 away. Off the mark, ball 1.
And now it's up to Thomas Summers, who comes into this state tournament day 2 hitting .250 on the button. Only 1 triple, 3 doubles, so he needs to come up clutch for his guys right here.
Wow. This one's going back into left field, settling under it, and he makes the out.
Goodman, who was playing in, so he had to giddy up and go back, but got to it in plenty of time.
Well, what felt like maybe a successful inning for the Bears, they got 1 on with a home run. So with that, I mean, they do tighten things up just a little bit, a few hits in this inning. But ultimately, it's still a 6-3 lead for Ridgeline. Top of the 7th, Ridgeline trying to extend it when we return on KSLSports.com.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Today's
They've got to keep the lead through this inning to try to close this one out. First pitch strike. Tough inning defensively there. They gave up a home run, loaded up the bases after the home run. But luckily they didn't give up any other runs, just the single run. Fouled away. Now to play.
No, I mean, you got to give Christensen some credit, right? Comes in relief, boom, over the fence. And then all of a sudden, you get through a couple batters, you're in some trouble, the bases are loaded, and you get 2 clutch outs to work out of any more damage.
Short to first. It's a 6-3 put out for out number 1.
That's what the Bears need. They need quick outs on the ground, 2 pitches into that AB, and they're already got 1 out on the board. It's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Sam Swan is back at it here. First pitch swinging. Swan started on the mound today. Again, Christensen in relief. Christensen probably a Jersey Mike sub of the game candidate already after helping with that closeout.
Wow.
Good swing of the bat. Strong speed, but off the mark. 1-2.
Just saw an interesting tidbit today of sports news, guys. Portland Trailblazers are going up for sale.
All right, I'll buy them.
Yeah. All right.
Get your billion out.
Yeah, right. That pitch goes high. I'm curious if they will, if they're going for sale, if they're going to keep them in Portland.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I would be surprised if they left.
Rip City?
walked 'em.
Yeah, they're not moving. They're staying.
Yeah, they're not
Reportedly, the Paul Allen will, because Paul Allen passed away, his sister now owns the Sounders, the Trailblazers, and the Seahawks. This doesn't affect the Sounders or the Seahawks, but they're going to sell the Blazers, and the money will go to philanthropy. So they've hired a firm to start the sales process. That was just tweeted moments ago from the Portland Trailblazer official X account. Am I the only one that still calls it Twitter, or do you guys still call it Twitter?
I call it Twitter.
I call it Twitter, too. I have a hard time switching over to X.
Scanning the Twitterverse, scanning the Xverse for sports news.
So Cale Kidman.
Starnes up to 85 pitches here in the 6th. Came in the start of the 3rd inning.
Safe back at second.
And
Okay, here we go. Pitch is low.
Been impressed by the job Starnes has done, guys. I mean, he's given his team every chance to get the lid off and fight back in this game. 4 1/3, only 1 hit, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. He's battling on the bump for the Bears.
This one's hit well, goes foul.
Ever so slightly.
Maybe just a few feet. You're right.
Yeah.
And little hook spin on that off the bat. And the wind's blowing that way.
Yeah.
Influence it to get foul instead of fair.
It's terrible. He was aggressively.
With 1 aboard, it's a 1-1 count. Ridgeline holding on to the 6-3 lead. Another one pulled foul.
79 miles per hour. Got to time it up. Waiting for the ball to get back to the infield. It's rattling around out in the corner out there, and they'll throw it in.
Yeah, we're back at it.
Next game coming up after this, Desert Hills and Park City. Looks like we're going to be a little late getting that one started, guys. Still in the 6th here. Supposed to start at 1:30, but you like about 25, 30 minutes to get the field ready. So depending on how much longer this game goes, it might be closer to a 2 o'clock start is my guess at this point in time. 1:03 local time.
Aren't we in the 7th?
We're in the top of the
Top of
7th,
the
so I
seventh,
mean,
yeah.
Bear River could
But this-
get out here as they strike that one out. So there's 1 out away with 1 on. I mean, if they go a couple quick outs here, Ridgeline answers back with 3 quick outs, then yeah, that's game. It'll be done. This game could be done in a matter of 15 minutes or less, you know. But you never know.
And you come back and tie it, goes extras. It's yeah, every game untimed in baseball. You guys like what they've done at the big leagues with the pitching clock and whatnot?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This one hit well, going back into right field, settling underneath it, and making the grab.
Need 3 outs. Ridgeline's thinking that. Just 3 outs. Let's get out of here and move on to tomorrow. Bear River's thinking we got to chase 3. We need 4 to walk it off.
And they do just that. So we head on in, bottom of the 7th inning. 3 outs away from Ridgeline taking the win here in the Consolation side of the bracket, and Bear River potentially sent packing. Of course, they're going to try to change that outcome. We'll see what happens when we return here on KSLSports.com.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill. Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice. Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
And we're back, bottom of the 7th inning. Bear River trying to get something going here. They trail by 3. First pitch is off the mark. Second one good. One here to Ethan Higgs. Here's the pitch. Sends this one playable. Can't get there in time. Coming over from first base to try to make the play. That was Ben Thompson.
Long run, but I thought he was going to make it at first glance, but just got a little too far out of his reach. But it's 2 strikes here.
Did he go safe?
No.
Here's the 2-2. Ripped fair down the third base line. Going out in left field, trying to get it round in first. The throw into second. It's a good throw, but it does not get there in time. It is a double.
And the rally's activated here. Bears fans throwing their caps inside out, getting ready for a rally. And that's a great way to start it with a leadoff double.
Colton Summers. He's going to try to get some more rolling here. No outs, runner aboard. Good position to be. Here's the pitch. Not there. Hit right back at the pitcher. Is going to take a hop over second base. Fielded the throw. Not in time.
He did the Jeter jump throw there. Man, that was almost on target and on time, but unfortunately for the Riverhawks, it's not. And the inning rolls forward, no outs here. And Bears staging a little something here.
I told you earlier, they a lot of fighting these Bears.
Yeah.
And they won't quit till it's over or they've won.
That's right.
Chipper Haas hit a home run his last at bat in the 6th inning. Here we are in the 7th. Quick conversation at the mound as well. One 0 count. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we're going to step aside, take a break, give you the details when we return. 6-3, Ridgeline leads, bottom of the 7th inning, 2 on, no outs. We'll be back right after this.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Pitching change for
He's just the closer at this point, trying to close this one out. He's got a lead to work with. But the tying runs at the plate at this point in the game, so it's got to be ever so careful. But
well, and a guy that just went yard his last at bat, Chipper Haas.
That's right.
And the first pitch is off the mark.
Heard yesterday another football offer for Nate Dolly coming down the pike from, what was that? What did I say yesterday? UC Davis?
Yeah, UC Davis.
Of course, he's just a junior. He'll be a senior starting this fall. Ridgeline probably be right in the mix for another state championship, won't they, with Livingston at receiver and Dolly at quarterback. And is Hammond a senior? Gotta check that. He's a junior. He'll be back anchoring that offensive line.
Hammond's junior, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Three-0 count. Here's the pitch. Got it there. Stays alive.
No, I don't think that was the fastball, was it, Caden?
No, I think he took a little off of it.
Gun says 75, so I'm assuming that was not the fastball. Got to believe the QB's got a little more velo when he lets it loose.
Yeah.
Goes high and away.
Yeah, that was 79.
All of a sudden, bases loaded here. No outs and only a 3-run lead. So a very fragile spot here for the Riverhawks when they were cruising much of this game.
Well, and Ridgeline defensively has had, runners in scoring position. Bear River's kind of put pressure, put guys on the base pass all game long, but they haven't been able to just string them together and capitalize, and they're down to their final inning to do so, and this is as good a start to an inning as you could ask for offensively.
Tying run is at first, and the go-ahead is stepping up to the plate. This is number 20, Broxton Gardner. Ball gets away, takes a swing at it, and runner started to go, but over there on third, Holden Potter, he held off, taking the run home. So it's a strike, 0-1 count. I don't think he fouled it away. He just missed it. Potentially that's smart base running there. You don't want to get thrown out at home. Leave the bases loaded.
Yeah. Let your offense take care of it.
Second pitch also off the mark there.
Big
But no
old
swing, 1-1.
Big old sweeping curve. I think it just stayed too high in the zone. I think it might have got across the corner there, just too tall. Couldn't tell exactly here from the broadcast booth.
High again, about the same location as the last one.
All of a sudden, I mean, Ridgeline's feeling the heat here.
They are.
Feeling a little pressure.
You know, 3 runs feels good, but when you realize the bases are loaded and still no outs,
yeah,
the pressure's on.
Dangerous proposition.
This one's hit into right field, settling underneath it. Makes the grab. Runners will tag from second and third. Well, never mind. Second decides to go back, but 1 run does score. So 1 out away, runner on first and second.
Yeah, that's Gardner, sac fly, pinch hit, stays in, second AB of the game, and you'll trade it out for a run there. And now Dolly's got to be thinking about a ground ball, guys. Maybe turning 2 here.
Yeah, if you turn 2, obviously that's ideal. You get out of the game. Game over. But a solid double ties this game up.
And you got the guy, the senior, going to Fort Hays, out in Hays, Kansas, D2 school out there, going to be playing. They've kind of turned that program out around the last couple of years. I think went from new coach, just 4 wins, and now they've kind of slowly rebuilt that program. That's where Potter is going to be headed after the senior season is over.
Well, that was a great pitch by Dally, who swept that one out and across, and it caught the zone.
Yeah, 68-mile-an-hour sweeper. Potter hits .333 on the year.
The 0-2. High. Fastball taking a high 1-2 count.
It's got to be looking for the K here. I know the double play's the dream, but focus on the batter at the plate and take care of him. That's got to be the focus of Dolly here.
Here we go, 1-2. This one's hit, going on a line into right. Made the play. Threw it into third. He's going to take off for third.
Uh-oh.
Sliding in, safe, runners advance. So now you've got runners in scoring position with 1 away.
Yeah, one
or
hit
one
to
more
the
away, I should say.
Yeah, 1 hit to the outfield here, and we're looking at a tie ball game. So this is a tense situation for Dolly, the defense of the Riverhawks, and
good catch by Cook. Really smooth, came in on it, had momentum to put in the throw, but just wasn't on line there.
Yeah.
Nick Oliverson. And again, a base hit is all he needs. And he could be tying this game up.
Yeah.
Ridgeline. They just need a ground out.
Or a strikeout or anything of that nature.
Pop up, yeah.
Any out.
Any sort of out. Down to the wire here. He steps out of the box and it will reset. Oliverson, a great batter to have right now in this part of the lineup. Fouled away.
Tense moments.
Yeah, really.
Season
tense.
kind of hangs in the balance here.
Yeah.
Another one fouled away.
Way out in front of that. That was only 71 mile an hour.
1-2 count. A strike could end it. A double could tie it.
Home run could end it.
A home run could end it. Here's the pitch. Hit to second. Grounded. Ball game.
Ridgeline wins it. They're moving on. We'll see who they get tomorrow, but they're fighting through that one-loss side of the bracket. And Bear River, quick trip down to St. George and 2 and done. They'll head back home and get back to work for next year. And good game, 6-4 the final. Good hard-fought game, and Bear River's going to look at all the missed opportunities, and Ridgeline's going to go, hey, timely pitching, some pretty solid defense, and a win is a win.
A win is a win. You're exactly right about that. And you know what? They had a good job this whole game. Started off really strong, got some good runs across in the first few innings. Bear River was able to hold them off long enough to where it felt like the comeback was possible, and it just came up short. So, final score, 6-4, Ridgeline. They will move on, and they will play tomorrow. And next game coming up, Park City, Desert Hills. So get ready for that one right here on KSLSports.com. We will be back live in about half an hour from now and be getting you set up for this 4A match.